Hey there everyone, Mary Cristelli with PCC Wellness and Recreation back for another weekly workout. I will put the workout in the description below so that you can see that on this page, and we'll go ahead and get started. So for the warm-up today, we'll do just like we have with the previous ones where we're doing 30 seconds for each movement 2 times through. We're going to start with an alternating knee cradle. So that's just where we're pulling our knee and foot up toward our chest, just cradling it, feeling that stretch along the IT band side, your glutes and hamstrings a little bit. We're just alternating for 30 seconds, pulling that knee up into that alternating knee cradle. After that, we'll move into 30 seconds of wide leg twist. So we're going to stand with a nice wide-legged stance, whatever's most comfortable to you. And we're going to hinge forward at the hips, keeping a nice flat back. Coming down all the way, letting your head hang, kind of shake it out a little bit. And then we're just alternating, twisting. All right. So in the twist, where you'll likely feel this stretch on your legs is on the inner portion of your thigh. All right. So we're just alternating that twist for 30 seconds. Coming out of it safely, so I bent my knees and kind of rolled up from that. So you do that for 30 seconds, then do the cross ankle kneeling to a pike. And so we introduced these for the first time last week. I really like them, so what we're going to do is start on all fours. I crossed my left ankle over my right, tucking my foot, toes onto the floor, and I'm just moving from this kneeling position with that left ankle crossed over the back of my right into like a pike or a downward dog. So this is stretching out the calf of my right leg. All right, so you do it for 30 seconds on one side, then switch, and now I've got my right ankle crossed over my left, and I'm gonna stretch out the left calf this time. So you'll just do those repetitions for 30 seconds. 30 seconds on with the right leg, 30 seconds with the left leg, and then come to standing, and we're going to do alternating arm circles. So we're going to be upright in this position for this movement, and we're just coming forward, alternating, boom, boom, boom for 30 seconds, then switching for the next 30 seconds and going backward. All right, alternating arm circles. Then we'll move into an inchworm, and what we're going to do there is stand with our feet just hip width apart, stand up nice and straight, engage your core. We want to protect our low back, and we're going to hinge forward at the hips, walk our hands out into a plank, and then come back to standing. And we'll just repeat that, walking out, coming back to standing for the 30 seconds of that movement. And then we're going to lie down on the floor for the last one to do lying leg swings. So this is a passive movement, which means that we're not really activating anything. Typically when we're doing some leg lift type stuff, excuse me, while we're lying on the floor, we might be doing some core work, but we're not doing core, we're warming up right now. So I'm going to leave my left leg extended out, my heel on the floor, and I'm just lifting and lowering, feeling a nice little stretch in the hamstring of my right leg. So go on the right leg for 30 seconds, switch, and then go on the left leg for 30 seconds. Again, this is a stretching movement. You'll feel it mostly in your hamstring. So those are the warm-up movements. Again, 30 seconds for each, 2 times through. The warm-up this week might take a little bit more time than some of the other ones have because we've got a lot of single side stuff, but hang with it. It's really important to warm up your body and get those muscles moving, especially if you're going to do your workout first thing in the morning. Like, you hop out of bed, put your workout clothes on, and get to work. You want to make sure that you do that warm up. So once you finish with your warm up, you'll move to the strength portion. This week it is 3 or 4 rounds, you choose. There are 4 different movements. We're going to do 10 repetitions on all of them. So we're starting with skater taps. So this will be 10 reps on the right leg, 10 reps on the left leg. Now, with these, I'm gonna stand, got my right foot planted on the floor, and I'm gonna bend down a little bit, and then we're just kicking that left leg back across the back of our body. Now, you can step that left foot, tap it to the floor, or if you're wanting to work on that balance and stability in that right leg, keeping that left leg up. And so we're just coming down and coming back up. So we'll do 10 with the right foot planted on the floor, and then switch and 10 with the left. And again, if we want, we can tap that right foot, the moving leg down on the floor while you're working through it, or you can keep it up and really challenge that balance and stability in that flat leg. That's actually pretty hard for me. So you do 10 right, 10 left, and then move into a Scarecrow Press. So this is a standing pose, 10 reps total. I've got my feet about hip width apart. I'm going to, you want a nice flat back, I'm going to go bend into a little mini squat, hinge forward at my hips, and then dangle my fingertips down toward the floor. Right now I'm going to show you from the front so you can see what the movement looks like. So we're coming, pulling elbows to 90 degrees, palms up at like it's more of a diagonal facing the floor. And we're going to press up, come back down, point back to the floor. That's 1. Press, come back down, point to the floor. That's 2. So we're coming elbows 90 degrees, bringing those palms up, diagonal or parallel to the floor, pressing straight out, making sure that we're keeping a nice neutral spine, neck alignment. So we don't want to be doing this with our neck, and we don't want to be looking up. We want, your eyes are going to be down toward the floor. Keeping in mind that thing we talk about with pretending there's a peach or an orange between your chin and your chest, and that you don't want it to fall, so you're not going to crank your neck back up and look toward the ceiling, and you don't want to smash it, so you're not going to tuck it in. Just a nice, neutral, flat spine. Your gaze is at the floor. Okay, so those are Scarecrow presses. Then I have a few props for today. You'll need a step for one of these. You can use a stair. I recommend the bottom stair if you're newer to step elevated exercises. Or I have a step stool. You can stack up some books. You can use just anything to elevate it. If you wanted to go outside, you could use the curb or the edge of a deck, just anything that'll get you up off the ground a little bit, off the flat ground. So I'm going to stand up on my step. I've got my right leg on the step, and these are lateral step downs with a heel tap. And so the foot that's up on the step and is the one is the leg that's doing the work. And so you're just going to bend at that knee, tap that heel to the ground. So coming down into a little miniature single leg squat and tapping the heel to the floor. You do 10 on one leg and switch and do 10 on the other. Now, the higher your step, the more challenging the exercise will be. So if you're wanting to do it and you're like, I don't know if I can get a really high step, maybe try 2 books and stand on those if you don't mind standing on your books. But the height of your step will determine how challenging it'll be. So if you're wanting to just try it without a step, that's okay. You're just going to do a little miniature, I'll do it with my opposite, just a little mini squat. Okay, just like that. So those are lateral step downs with a heel tap. 10 each of those. And the last of our strength is their plank front walks. I don't know any other way to call them that. We're not doing a whole lot of movement, but we are going to be in a plank. And so keeping in mind in our plank that we don't want our hips sagging toward the floor. And we also don't want them piked up in the air. We want a nice, as best as we can get. So you're going to engage that core, pelvis forward a little bit. The movement is coming from your arms. So you're gonna do 10 repetitions total, and you're just gonna walk right hand up, right hand back, left hand back. That's 1. Then left, right, that's 2. So we're just walking our hands up and back. All right. So you do 10 total of those. Again, the strength portion is 3 or 4 rounds through. You pick. Once you're finished with that, catch your breath, take a little bit of a break, and then we'll move into the cardio portion. Today, I have it as 40 seconds of work to 20 seconds of rest. And we've been doing a lot of 30 seconds to 30 seconds, and so I want to challenge you to aim for the 40 seconds of work to 20 seconds of rest. If that's not your deal, no worries. Adjust that ratio to what works best for you. We've got 2 movements, and we're going to do 2 rounds through. So it'll be a total of 4 minutes working. So we're going to start with Kangaroo Hops. And so all you're going to do is you're going to squat down and jump forward and then jump back. Ooh, I almost fell. So we're hopping forward and back. We're going to do this for 40 seconds, then rest for 20, and then do in, out, out for 40 seconds. Now there are 2 rounds of these exercises, so with the in, out, out. For the first round, I want you to lead with your right foot. For the second, I want you to do your left. So what this looks like is you just come in, out, quick feet, in, out, out, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. For the first round, I want you to do the right first. For the second round, I want you to come in with the left, okay? Quick feet. So 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest. Again, adjust the ratio to what you want and need. This should be challenging, but it should never feel like it's something that you can't do. So that's the cardio. Last, we have the core circuit, and this time we're doing 3 rounds, each exercise for 30 seconds. On the list, it'll show that there are 4 different things. It's a plank pull through, a boat hold, a figure 8 pass, and then rest. So making sure that you keep that 30 seconds of rest at in the list of the core stuff. So we're first going to start with a plank pull through, and for that I have a book. You can use a water bottle, a shoe, just anything that you can easily move, a stuffed animal, whatever works for you. I have a book. So I'm going to come into a plank position. These are plank pull throughs. Again, 30 seconds of the work. So, and I'm going to put this book just right on the outside, got on the outside of my left hand. You can start on either side. Having that nice plank posture, again, not dropping your hips or piking them up. And all you're doing for 30 seconds is you're grabbing that object and you're moving it from right to left. All right? If doing that in a full plank feels like it's not your thing, no worries. Bring those knees to the floor and do a modified plank. And we're just moving that object 30 seconds. Once that 30 seconds is up, we're going to flip over onto our bums and do a boat hold. So this can look a lot of different ways. If you're new to this movement or you're developing some core strength and you're working up to it, you're going to start with your knees, your shins parallel to the ceiling in like a tabletop type position, and we want like a V, our chest and our thighs to make a V with our hips, the leg point. And you can put your hands on the backs of your thighs if you'd like to make it a little bit more challenging. You can bring your hands out to the side. I've just got them framing my legs. More challenging, we're going to extend, unbend our knees, and then to move through this pose, to progress up to the most difficult level, we're going to keep our legs straight, and you just move your arms further away from your body until you can get them all the way up overhead. So hold for 30 seconds at whatever level works for you. So starting here, if you're new to this and not really comfortable with the movement, ending here is what you would work to over time. You don't have to do that today. So 30 seconds of that, and then we'll stay in this seated position, and we'll need our book or object again. These are, I call them figure 8 passes, and so we're going to be in that starting type boat position, and all we're doing is just passing our object underneath, switching legs. Okay, 30 seconds. All right. Once that 30 seconds is up, rest for 30 seconds, and then do the whole circuit a total of 3 times through. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. I'm happy to talk with you about anything or answer whatever questions you might have. I hope you have a really awesome workout. Take it easy and have a great week.